Hey there, Hopeful Tribe. Welcome to this week's episode of the I Ching. This is the show where I take one of the world's oldest known texts, the I Ching, and I synthesize it with one of the world's newest texts, literally, a response generated by AI. So my process is to put a question out there to the universe and open the I Ching to a random hexagram and then see what AI has to say about that hexagram. So this week I was pondering the question, how can I keep from falling into despair when helping those I love who are in pain? And when I opened the I Ching up, I landed on hexagram 4, and here's what AI had to say about hexagram 4. Hexagram 4, Meng, youthful folly or new ground, offers wise guidance for helping those we love who are in pain while remaining emotionally grounded ourselves. Hexagram 4 teaches humble learning in the presence of suffering. When someone we love is in pain, we may not know what to say or do. And that not knowing is not failure. It is the proper starting point for compassion. The danger is not our confusion about how to help. The danger is over-identifying with that person we love, trying to rescue them and losing our own footing. To guide our thoughts, we can practice humility instead of certainty. Hexagram 4 reminds us that suffering cannot be fixed by giving the exact right advice or being knowledgeable about the topic. So, have you ever had someone who was who sort of insisted on explaining your situation to you, and also telling you, be positive, look on the bright side? Hexagram 4 guides us that when helping a loved one in pain, whether it's emotional or otherwise, we need to notice thoughts like, I wish I knew how to help. If I say the right thing, they'll probably get better. I can't stand seeing them like this. In other words, sort of be watchful if we're keeping the emphasis on I rather than them. Helpful guidance would be to release the fantasy that you can rescue them and just let your understanding of what's going on unfold slowly. A helpful self-inquiry might be, what can I learn, not what can I solve here? And I guess if learning is the goal, then the person who's in pain is your teacher. Compassionate thinking begins with humility and patience. A way to guide our feelings might be staying open without absorbing their pain. Hexagram 4 guides us to feel empathy without becoming submerged. So we may feel sadness, helplessness, or tender concern. These feelings are natural, but they need not turn into despair. We should attempt to let our feelings sort of pass through us, but not take up residence. We can tell ourselves, I can be present for this pain without carrying it as my own pain. Emotional wisdom allows feelings to move through us without filling us up. We can guide our actions by offering presence and not pressure. This hexagram teaches us that guidance is only helpful when it is invited and it is timely. We can listen more than we speak, ask gentle, open questions, offer steady companionship rather than trying to solve everything. We can avoid repeating advice, forcing optimism, or taking responsibility for their healing. Good guidance here would be that true help respects the other person's pace and their dignity. We can ask before acting, what kind of support is actually being requested here? Compassionate action is responsive, not reactive. Here's a 1-week practice inspired by hexagram 4. In the mornings, set an intention to meet others' pain with curiosity rather than urgency. Middays, if you feel overwhelmed, place a hand on your heart and silently say, this is not mine to fix. In the evenings, reflect gently, where did I stay present without overreaching? Where did I honor my own limits? In essence, hexagram 4 teaches that love does not require mastery. It requires willingness to learn, patience with not knowing, and respect for others' boundaries. Happy Sunday, Hopeful Tribe.